Welcome to the episode of the War Prediction Show. I am your host, Ricky Valero. On today's episode, we are inching closer and closer and closer to the 96 Academy Award nominations, which are this coming Tuesday, January 23rd. And folks, I am going to take a look at the supporting actor and actress categories for you guys today. It's not a race that I've really covered on the channel. It's something I wanted to, but you know how time goes. With that being said, it has been a whirlwind of a few weeks as far as nominations. This is where I feel the least comfortable in my predictions, I think, because there is so many different ways that both of these categories go. The supporting categories are too wild. I'm not sure I feel confident in my five, but I feel like we're very top heavy when it comes to locks. But when it comes to the 3 through 5 slots on both sides of things, it's a crapshoot of a bunch of guessing with so many different names across the board that could hear their names on Oscar nomination morning. With that being said, if you could do me a favor and drop a like, comment, subscribe, all of those cool things that we do over here on the YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. Goes a long way in supporting the show. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the best supporting actor race first. Again, I feel very confident in 2 nominations, Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Gosling. And that's about as far as it goes for me. It does look like Robert Downey Jr. is well on his way to collecting his first Academy Award, with Ryan Gosling and Mr. Ken falling into that playing second fiddle to somebody else in their lives, bringing up the reel for his turn in Barbie. Anything else after that really feels like madness. However, this is where I think that this is going to settle in. I do believe Poor Things will have a very good nomination morning. So for that, I think Mark Ruffalo and William Dafoe are in my 5. On the flip side, Robert De Niro is one of those picks that I feel like just quote unquote can't miss, but it wouldn't be shocked if he does in fact miss. And then, of course, on the flip side of that, how much does the Academy love the holdovers? Does Dominic Sessa get in? On the flip side of that, what about May December? Does the film slide into screenplay? And does Melton get in? Does Julianne Moore get in? Of course, SAG nominations came out, and Melton was left off that list, which was a shock to a lot of individuals. And then, of course, a nominee that was not left off was Sterling K. Brown for his performance in American Fiction. So Sterling K. Brown is a wild card as he looks to secure the nomination in supporting actor, while his lead actor, Jeffrey Wright, and Cord Jefferson for his screenplay. Could Brown be next to those guys? Again, I have no clue, but personally, it would be pretty awesome to say Sterling K. Brown, an Oscar-nominated actor, because his work in American Fiction was fantastic. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for predictions and predictions only. So here are my final 5. Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, William Dafoe for Poor Things, Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things, Robert Downey Jr. for Killers of the Flower Moon. That is my 5 in for Best Supporting Actor. On the flip side, Best Supporting Actress, Divine Joy Randolph looks like she is on her way to her first Academy Award. But after her, the nominations are a mess. I do think that Danielle Brooks' performance in The Color Purple is too powerful to miss, along with Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer. Now, Blunt has some very vital scenes, I guess you could say, in Oppenheimer, but there's really, if we're going to give Blunt her flowers for her performance, which really is that one particular interrogation style scene, I think American Ferrera's shape-shifting delivery of her speech in Barbie should be the talk of the town as well. And because of that, I do think that she slides in. Do I feel confident about Jodie Foster? Absolutely not. But it feels like almost as if it's just a safe pick for me to just say yes. You know what I mean? I almost went Penelope Cruz here, but I'm not sure Ferrari has that love enough to pull it off, nor does Rosamund Pike for Saltburn, unless the Academy just loves Ferrari and just loves Saltburn. However, there is one name that I think wouldn't shock me to hear, I don't feel confident in it, but it wouldn't shock me, is Rachel McAdams for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. The screenplay is in the conversation, and if the Academy doesn't love Naiad and maybe thinks that there's not enough from Ferrera, McAdams could be their cup of tea sliding into that fifth slot. Now, that being said, my final five picks for the Best Supporting Actress category are American Ferrera for Barbie, Jodie Foster for Naiad, Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, and Devon Choi Randolph for The Holdovers. Folks, where do you think that these two categories, two supporting categories, end up? Who are your five in for the supporting actor, and who are your five in supporting actress, and who do you think could play spoiler on Oscar nomination morning on January 23rd? Thank you so much for tuning in to another awards prediction show. We'll talk to you again soon.